Hey guys, welcome back. We're working on the roof for the shed again, but I wanted to share something, a tool that this isn't mine, I borrowed it from the neighbors. But if you ever do steel work and you can get your hands on one of these, it's a dream. Let me flip the camera. So this one is a Milwaukee, and no, it's not sponsored by Milwaukee. I wish they would sponsor me. But the shear tips here just goes through, and really the only thing, Shadow, he's licking the water off the panels. Because the only thing left afterwards is for scrap, is that. And I don't think it takes me more than a minute to do a cut. Where before I was doing it by hand with hand shears. When I've done steel work before, I got hand shears that work good, but it takes time. Where this just zips right through. Maybe I'll try to get a video of a little bit. Really? Dog decided to do his business right next to me. Copper one. But let me turn around. I got 3 rows up, another row up, and I'm seaming them because it's a woodshed, and I'm trying to get as much coverage out of it as I can. So I'm putting them up and just cutting off what I need to finish with at least an inch overlap so that the woodshed's covered. I really don't care about the seams. Like I said, it's not like it's a livable area. It's going to get wet weather in it. I just want to keep the majority of the snow and stuff off. But this was all extra stuff that we got a hold of, and all the screws were extra from another job site that they didn't need them anymore, so I brought them home. I'm looking to just get the weather out of it, and it's not going to be drastic enough. So, but that's what we're going to do for this evening on Tuesday. Get that done. So I'll get some video going. I didn't get as much recorded before I lost light, but I tried to record as best I could. Neighbor came over and visited for a while, so we sat and talked. So got a lot more done than I thought I was going to get done, but I'm pretty much down to having about 7-inch strip left. And I think that's going to probably I'm going to probably hold off doing that in case we decide that we need to add on. But yeah, it is covered. I don't know if we'll see anything here with my light, but we'll see. Yeah, so it's done. It's covered for the winter. I got just enough overlap to catch some of it, but now I can fill up to the top with wood. But yeah, so that's going to be it for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. Hey guys, welcome back. Wednesday afternoon. Thought I'd show you a little bit more now that it's light and I got everything as done as we're going to get done, but it is done to the point where, you know, there's a little piece here that's missing and you'll see there's seams. I just took some scrap and filled it in. The reason being is we have enough to do enough steel left to do one more bay. We're going to just patch this just for the winter, just to hold it down and to keep the weather mostly out of this final bay. But if we get a little snow in there, that's fine. But we would rather just do that, because if we cut the piece now to fit it, that means we won't have enough later. We'd have to seam it so even more. And I don't want to seam it, you know, in that direction. So we're just going to leave it like it is for the winter, and then we'll see. Because we don't know if we're figuring 3 bays is going to be enough for firewood for our winter, but this will be the true test because we've never had a structure to put firewood in. So we're just guessing at how much by how much wood we brought in. So this will be our test for this winter. If we don't need that if the 3rd bay is enough, then we'll make one more bay to put the generator in and stuff like that, and just some storage so that we can close that off and make the generator a little bit more quiet. And it'll kind of be our connection point for our propane, and all that stuff will be on the outside of that. And then we'll use those last pieces of steel to cover that. So that's kind of our plan with that. Not sure what I'm going to work on next, but the weather's kind of holding out right now. So as you can see, we got some blue sky, but it's mostly cloudy. We had rain up until about noon today, so 11 o'clock, 11 noon, rain stopped. So we're going to dry out now, but try to get some stuff done, get ready. This weekend is my weekend to do firewood, so that's what we'll be doing later on in the video. Well guys, I decided since we're going to be doing firewood this weekend that I wanted something other than the skid steer to haul stuff around. So we decided to pull this out of the woods. Flip the camera around. So this was left here, abandoned by the previous owner. It's got some debris in it, some stuff in it that needs some scrap stuff that I'm going to get cleaned out of here. So, but I thought I'd just kind of show you right now. Let me get around the other side here. So yeah, I mean, it's surprisingly, I don't know how long it's been in the woods, but surprising looking at the frame. I mean, the wood that's holding it on is just rotted off. It's just it's OSB, but tires are still got air in them. So I mean, really, you got to figure out why the jack doesn't hold. But I've heard that's an issue with it locking. So I got to figure that out because it was sitting on bricks. And then, yeah, so figure out everything I can with this thing, and maybe we got a working trailer that we can actually move some stuff around with. So it's gonna be my project right now, is to tear it apart and get it cleaned out. Now guys, I got it all. I got the plywood. I got to get some screws and take these boards off because I want to get it back to the original stake side. Fix one of the brackets. That bracket right there is bent. So all those supports actually go on each one of those, but they store up there so you can actually do it. So this is going to work perfect for hauling wood. You can throw wood in there, stack it up. It's going to be perfect. So I just got to get a little bit figured out, but yeah, it's actually not too bad. The tire, jack tire, doesn't lock in, but I think that's because this is all froze up and rusted in there. So we'll have to work on that, see if we can get that going, get that fixed. But outside of that, it's looking pretty good. So that's going to be it for tonight. We'll leave it like it is, and if it gets rain, it can wash it out because it's got a lot of gunk inside. But yeah, I'm loving it. Hey guys, welcome back. It's Friday morning, and got the trailer as good as it's going to be for what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing some firewood this weekend. I probably won't film a ton of stuff because it's a lot of repetitive, but I did want to show some things on the trailer that we got taken care of. As you remember, probably, you know, they took all that OSB that was rotten on it, took the boards off, all except one. I got to cut it off, but I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do that now. Moved everything back, got the trailer cleaned out. It's actually, the floor on it's not too bad. But the other thing I did is the pintle was tipped up. And these on these trailers, for those that aren't aware or are interested, is this has a locking point down here. And so you can spin this. This was the other way around. You have to take that nut off, or the cotter pin out, take the nut off, push that out enough that you can spin it around, and then that whole thing flips. It's still, as you can see, really low. I mean, it still sits at a pretty steep angle, but it's better than it was. It's at least got another roughly 4 inches of rise on the tongue. I'm going to do something different long term, but for now, for just what we're doing now, it works good. The wheel jack doesn't hold pressure, it drops. So I got that strapped up right now just to keep it from flopping around. But there's work to be done, but it's going to do what we need it to do. So I'm going to head down and get some firewood loaded up. Welcome back, guys. It's midday Friday. I didn't film unloading it. It's a time-consuming process. There's no easy, quick way, but I didn't have this trailer full, but I got one whole course from what I did have in the trailer. So I figured to get everything filled all the way across, I'm going to need probably about 11 to 12 trailer loads of wood. And I could actually stack it higher if I wasn't by myself. You know, it's a lot of going in and out of the trailer. You know, I can only reach so far into the trailer, and I got to knock the pile down to the back of the trailer. You know, if I had, you know, some type of unloading, you know, mechanism, you know, kind of like some of the dump trailers have, or even a dump option to it. So that's something I'm going to think about. But this is going to become a project trailer for using around the property. We don't have any intent on, like I said, bringing it on the road. We joked about maybe turning it into an off-road camper at some point, but I think for now we're just going to turn it into a utility trailer for working around the property, getting firewood. That way we can, you know, basically cut and split everything on site, load it in here, bring it right up to the woodshed and dump it. And you know, bring it out and stack it. So that's kind of what we're going to do. But I'm going to break and get something to eat. I'll be back after lunch. Morning, guys. Welcome back to a foggy Saturday morning. So the rain did not cooperate much. We were able to get 3 rows of the 4 for the first bay. But we're back at it today. Let me show you kind of where we're down the driveway here. Flip the camera. So there's the driveway. And up here, let me get past the trailer. This was a pile that was made back when our driveway was put in. So this stuff has been down for a couple years now. So we're going to cut that up. We've already got kind of a start going. Kids made it up. Chloe and her boyfriend Tyler made it up last night with Cameron. So it sounds like they're going to be the only ones coming up. So we're going to they're sleeping. So I figured I'd get out here, get a start on, at least get steps cut up, ready to go. But we're going to work on this massive pile of junk. Try to get what we can and salvage out of it. And then what we can't, we'll end up eventually either leaving it go and be a burrow for rabbits or something, you know. But we're going to try to get as much of the wood out of it as we can, leave the brush, and get our firewood out of it. And then we'll just work our way back up the driveway. There's a few trees in the driveway that have been down for a while, so that's kind of my plan, is to work on the stuff that's been down and just kind of work my way back up the driveway and around to the woodshed, and I'm actually down and around to the other shed. So that's kind of the progression of how the trees got taken down. So that's kind of the plan for today. I'm not going to film much of it because it's kind of misty and rains on my phone. I don't want to be sitting out in the weather. Plus we're on uneven ground, so it's going to be tough to film by myself. So, but yeah, so that's kind of what we're looking at. Give a better view here. That's the driveway going up to the house. But yeah, so we're going to kind of work on that, and we'll keep you posted as the day goes on. Well, guys, welcome back. It is Sunday afternoon, about 3 o'clock, a little after 3. And I'll flip the camera around here. I'm winded. I'm tired. We've been out doing, Chloe's boyfriend Tyler and I have been out doing firewood most of the morning. But we got one bay. Let me flip it around. So there's 4 full courses in there, all the way up. And this is, you know, that roof is almost 9 feet to where the roof is. So that's about 8 feet there. And then it goes down to 6 feet in the back. But that's full. That's getting, got another one. So 4.5 rows, which should be about, I don't know, I could be wrong in my math, but I'm estimating about 3.5 cords of wood that'll fit in each stall. But as you can see, that one's empty and that one's empty. And I need to get this one filled up before winter. So we'll continue to work on wood the rest of the week. So I haven't filmed a ton just because, you know, it's repetitive, but I'll take some video again tomorrow, and that'll probably be it for this week's video. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing, harvesting wood again. It's that time of year. So I may go out a little bit later after I take a rest. Sun finally came out. It's actually beautiful, but it's humid. We had like 95% humidity this morning. So the trees are changing here. The birch are starting to drop and change, which is really interesting. That far left one's pretty much dropped. The next one's yellow. Next one to the right is green. Explain that. But yeah, they're all kind of turning. So we got a little color here, but we're getting there. So we'll probably see you later. Hey guys, welcome back. Monday after work. And got some logs. Let me flip the camera. I'm cut up quite a bit. This is ones I recovered out of a log pile or a brush pile out there that was done when we did our driveway. But I got most of it kind of cut up and ready to split, except for what's in the grapple itself. But I got my old McCullough up and running. It was fighting me all weekend and got it going yesterday, so that helped quite a bit. It's just a 16-inch bar. But it does, like I said, everything I need. Very rarely do I have something bigger than that. But so I'm going to get that split, and that'll probably be it for the night. I'm not going to film much of it, but I'll kind of just show you what I get done once I get everything done, and that'll probably be it. But I'll be back. Well, guys, that's going to be it. I'll show you what I did. I'm tired. So I had it in the grapple. I used the grapple to manhandle it into the saw stand here, so I'm not having to bend over and cut. And then I just been splitting it on an old stump that I had cut up. But yeah, so you can see that's roughly 9 inches, so 18 inches high. You know, but I didn't get it all the way full. But I'll get some more tomorrow and just keep plugging away till the trailer's full. And when the trailer's full, I'll bring it up to the woodshed and stack it up. So that's going to be it for this week's video, guys. I appreciate you watching. And as always, if you haven't already, please subscribe, like our page, like our content, and we'll see you next week. Have a good one.